In Australia, one of my favorite breakfasts to eat of all time is the classic Brekkie roll. Now in Australia, this is, we shorten everything, so breakfast becomes Brekkie. A roll is short for a bread roll, and it's normally got bacon, eggs, a little bit of relish, and it's absolutely delicious, fast. You can get it in a cafe. It's like a full cafe meal shoved into something you can eat with one hand. That's why I love it. And I was thinking, how do I recreate or reimagine that using all Filipino ingredients? So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to be using tapa instead of bacon. I felt like, beef would go a bit better. You could try it with tocino as well, but I think it'll be too sweet for what I'm looking for. So we got some beef tapa here. Instead of using a roll like we're in Australia, I think Filipino food is still much more influenced by the North American, Mexican cuisine. So we're going to be using corn flour tortilla here. So this will be more like a breakfast burrito. If you've been in the US, I think they sell these breakfast burritos there. So it's like a Filipino breakfast burrito that we're going to have today. It's going to be amazing. Check this recipe out and definitely try this one at home. The first step to making Chris Urbano's Tapa Brekkie burrito is you want to start cooking some tapa and get that going on your pan. So I normally would just use a little bit of oil, even in a non-stick pan, especially with something that's got sugar so it doesn't burn straight away. And I've got some marinated tapa here. If you want to learn how to make tapa yourself at home, click here or wherever we're going to put the link up for you, the information card probably. And that'll be a recipe of how to make your own tapa at home, quick, healthy. Let's get this into a pan. Now tapa is actually a thinly sliced sirloin. Usually the cut that's used. So it doesn't take too long to cook, probably slightly longer than bacon, but not too long. So while my tapa is cooking over here, dito ko sa isa pang kawali, I'm just gonna quickly toast my burrito. I just want them slightly warm. I find they're a bit more flexible when they're been toasted, just very slightly. If you're doing a whole pack, you might want to do them in the oven or the microwave, but if you're making one or two, it's just faster in the pan. Okay, so they've been warmed just a little bit. Then we're going to use some olive oil in the same pan and crack one egg. Give it a quick scramble, and you can season that with some salt and pepper. All right, now I'm not going to flip my egg, I'm just going to let it and only cook it on one side, okay? Now, next you want to take your burrito, and we've got our egg here. You can actually sort of get it out just from the pan. I'm going to lay it on my burrito just like that, leaving a good opening at this end to be able to fold my burrito over when we're ready. All right, so we got our egg. Our tapa is just about ready over here. That's all you should need. Just one slice, probably about 80 grams, not too much. There's plenty of other things going into this burrito, right? Anyone who's ever rolled a burrito will know that less is more. Don't try and overfill it. Otherwise you just, it's gonna fall apart in your hands. All right, now I'm peeling an avocado here. Australians love fresh avocado, so this has to be on there. Next we've got a bit of just sort of a native onion leeks. And you can just put the whole stick in like that. Okay, so we're gonna put some dahon ng sili in, which I love to use in the Philippines, but that's just you can use any bitter green there. Watercress is gonna work, or some baby spinach is fine also. So we'll get a few of these nice leaves into our burrito. Okay, next we have a little bit of yogurt. So we wanna put about, maybe about a tablespoon. All right, this is some relish that I'm going to put on. This is really important. You do want a little bit of sweet in the breakfast burrito. I think this is a beetroot relish actually, but normally I'd probably use any tomato relish. You can make them at home very easily. All right, so I got a bit of relish there. And the last step is going to be just a fresh squeeze of kalamansi. Okay, so just squeeze that through a strainer to save yourself picking out the seeds. So that's good to go, yes. Been wanting to show this off for a long time actually. This is the mother of all pepper shakers. I saw this and I had to own it. It's like absolutely enormous. I feel like if, you know, Donald Trump owned a pepper mill, this is what he would have. You can like literally from a meter away pepper a dish. Okay, so there's my, my giant pepper mill, putting the pepper on. Now it's just a case of rolling our burrito. I like to try and, you want to try and compact it a little bit, compress things a bit first, and then I like to, you know, pin down the far edge, fold up the bottom, and then tightly close the third edge like that. And then we can use our parchment paper here. So if you're actually going to travel with this, you can either fold it over the end, but if you're going to eat it, the parchment paper just helps you keep the burrito all together, and you can sort of tear around as you dig into it. So I'm going to give this Tapa breakfast burrito a go. I mean, who doesn't love stuff that you can eat with one hand? You can be driving, throwing a ball with your kid, drinking a coffee, making a cooking show while eating this burrito. It's fantastic. The flavors, you got the sort of slightly crispy egg in olive oil, the tapa, salty, sweet, touch of sour and acidity, and just a hint of chili in there from the marinade, creaminess from the avocado and the yogurt, the hint of fresh sourness from the kalamansi, the sweetness from the relish, and then that little bit of the onion leeks just to give it a bit of kick. Wow, just an awesome way to start your day. I could probably eat 2 of these for breakfast. This isn't going to last long, this one. Now, if you like these modern imaginations of Filipino flavor, try this out at home. Let me know how your experiment goes making your own Brekkie burrito. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys, and you can always follow the show at our Facebook, subscribe to the channel, and help me take Filipino food global. I'm Urbano. See you next time. Bye-bye.